I love that lighthouse. It's so cool. I love Vox Populi. It's a great server. I love fishing. I love Minecraft. And I love you guys. Hey, everybody, Mntdewmania here, and welcome back to one of my favoriteest places in the whole world. I'm fishing over here by the lighthouse today. And today's Redneck Rant is the letter L, and L stands for love. Oh, isn't it sweet? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it cozy? Is it? Okay, first of all, let's start off with the definition of love. A profoundly tender, passionate affection for another person. And there were like 22 other definitions of love. Love for things, love for places, lust, sleeping together. I mean, sex, copulation, whatever you want to call it. There was several things that fell under the word love. So today we're going to kind of give a broad leeway to the word love, and we'll do a general kind of love, because you can love. Me and Eddie Magpie were talking about it, and we both agree. I think um, that there are levels, tiers of love, because you can love your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, partner. Um, you can. I think, on a different level, you love children, grandchildren, family, best friends. You can love pets. You can love something. You can love a game. You can love the idea of loving an idea. You can love life. You can love your career. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can love hobbies. There are different levels and intensities of love. And we'll talk mostly about the love that you have for a partner. I just celebrated 28 years of marriage. Yeah, you got to love somebody to be with them 28 years. So, but Robert Browning said, "Take away love, and our earth is a tomb." That's very true. I agree with that, because I think deep down, love does make the world go round. At least it tries to. I think it struggles more than it used to, but it tries to. Um, you and we'll touch on true love, because Richard Bach said true love stories never have endings, and that's true. And love, sometimes love is a mystery. I think you can't find it. I mean, I can't go out and go, oh look, there's some love, and pick it up. It has to find you. You have to randomly bump into it, brush up against it, have it fall on your head. You can't go out and actively hunt it. It just happens. And I think that, think about it when you are walking through town and there's somebody that has a little box, and in the little box is the most cutest, adorablest puppy in the whole world, and it looks up at you, and it has those big eyes, and it's all small and wiggly, and it goes, ow, ow, and you instantly fall in love with it. And it was just random, and it happened. And you love it, and you take it home, and it's your best friend. And you can tell that puppy anything. And I love sunsets, and I love sunrises, and I love rainbows, because they make me happy. And that's what love is. Love is the condition of something or someone that makes you happy. That's my definition of it. You know, um, it's like sitting on a bench in a park. Have you ever watched people sit on a bench or in a restaurant or something, and they're like on a bench seat? Love is what makes two people sit in the middle of that bench, and there's plenty of room on either end of them. They don't have to sit that close. That's love. Now, I'm not talking about lust. Of course it rains. Lust fades. So I mean, you need to be with somebody that can stand you, basically. You need to be with, true love is hard to find. I mean, a lot of people are unfortunate, you know, and I think that's why a lot of people love and adore their pets, because the pets don't care if you were a geek in high school. Pets don't care if you wear glasses. They don't care if you have freckles. They don't care if you're fat, thin, black, white. They don't care if you're Protestant, Methodist, Buddhist. They don't care. They love you. And they show you that 100%. They do not, they don't care. So, yeah, it's funny how people, but I do agree with Eddie, because he was talking about, there's different tiers and levels of love. And I think that's true. I'm talking about more like the love that I would gladly die for that person just so they could have 10 minutes of happiness. And the other person is probably thinking that. And I'm lucky that I've had that. Now you can, I mean, and Dr. Seuss said, I really like this one. You know you're in love when you don't want to fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. And I think a lot of us get confused between lust and love in that respect. Because when you lust after something or somebody, your favorite movie star, your favorite YouTuber, um, oh, they're so gorgeous. Perfect. Oh, I just love him. No, you don't. You lust him. You lust him or her. Oh, look at that body. Look at that ass. You lust. It has nothing to do with love. In the sense that, are you going to drop everything and run off into the sunset and go be with that person and live happily ever after? Forget the kids, forget the house, forget your job. Um, yeah, it's a fantasy, and that's when you know it's real love, when you reality is better than that. And I think people can love pets that strong. I had an aunt. This is no lie. I had an aunt, and I remember visiting her when I was a kid, and she loved her little. I don't know what kind of dogs they were, like little chihuahuas or something. And she loved them so much that I have literally seen her feed them steak and her sit and eat a can of beanie weenies. I kid you not. I've seen her do it with my own eyes. The dogs had their own TV, people. No. Okay. So, yeah, it's funny how we um talk about love, you know? It's and and people, you know, true love stories, Richard Bach said true love stories never have endings, and they don't. You just. How many people have you ever heard say, "Well, I just woke up and I didn't love them anymore"? Have you ever done that with a hobby or a thing? I mean, used to you were so passionate about it, painting or writing poetry or something that you just loved, and it just you just wake up one day and you just don't love it anymore. You know, it's weird how things. And I mean, everybody's heard the saying by Lord Alfred Tennyson: "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." And some people never find it. Some people never find love of another person, and they're alone all their lives. But there is something in their life that they do love. That I really think. So yeah, it's weird how we define love, because I think love in our life defines us. you know. And I mean, that's just it's part of who we are. And I mean, you get that rare person that they don't seem to love anybody. Nobody loves them for whatever reason. They're a loner. They just prefer not. They're just they prefer to be alone. But that's not to say there's something in their lives they don't love. It could be a pet. Pets are wonderful to love. Some people love things. I had a neighbor that was a good friend of ours, and he loved cars. I never, I, he was never married. He dated casually just to have something to do, go out with friends. But I mean, he loved his parents, and he took care of them. Unfortunately, he died recently of cancer, and I loved him. He was a good, wonderful person. But he loved his cars. That's where he put all his passion and his time and his interest. So yeah, you could love a thing. I mean, yeah, there are some people that just get weird with it. Let's not lie to ourselves, okay? There are some things that people love. They're just like, what? What? Are you kidding me? Because you hear those weird, freaky stories all the time. Man marries cat. you know, Woman marries her pet parakeet. I mean, there's some weird stuff in the world. Hey, you want to be happy? Go live in the cage with a bird. That's fine. It ain't none of my business. Okay. Um. So yeah, it can. Love is strange. I mean, it can happen to you, and it's the most wonderful thing in the whole world. And then it can be scary and exciting, and it can be just this thing that just happens. You don't have control over it. I mean, it's just it's weird. Love can be weird, and it can be exciting, and it can be warm. Like the sunset that's getting ready to happen. I love sunsets. On Minecraft in the real world, it's the thought of having another chance at a new day, and I'm in it. I mean, I love life. There's no use to just absolutely dread every day that you're here. This is a new chance to be with my family and be alive and be a part of something. To be here with you guys. To spend time, to be. Why I love that. And I think the best thing that I found, the best quote that I found, was by and a lot of you young people will not know who this is. Please Google or Bing it. The late great Pearl Bailey said, "What the world really needs is more love and less paperwork." So there you go, guys. Love, true love of a thing, of a person, of a place, of an idea is truly an amazing thing. I love rain. I love walking in the rain. That's one of my favorite things in the whole world to do. In the mountains where I live, we have these soft, misty rains in the spring, and it's the most wonderful feeling to smell the mountains and the richness of the earth, and just love being. So wherever you are in the world, take 1 minute and take a deep breath, let it out, and know that right now, in the state, the country, the place you are in, someone loves you, something probably loves you, a pet, and you love back. And that makes it all worth it. So there we go, guys. L is for love. I hope you enjoyed our talk today, our little redneck rant and my thoughts on it. If you did, comment, share. I love comments. You guys, I love when we get to talk back and forth. Um, and if you have time to share it and like it, that's fine. But yeah, go out in the world, find a little love today. I think I'm going to sit here and do one of my favorite things that I love: do a little fishing. This is Mntdewmania, live from Vox Populi, my most favoriteest place in the whole world, and Zombie and Latin Goddess. I love you both so much. Thank you for allowing everybody on the server to make videos and things like that. You guys are truly awesome. So, as the soft rain falls, I think I'm going to do some fishing, and this is Mntdewmania. I'm so out of here. Later, guys.